the next one here, talk about Polkadot. It's one of my favorite. Polkadot has been progressively doing well in terms of their development. It's just that the price point itself, it doesn't show like pretty good in terms of movement. But you look at these Polkadot itself, there's nothing off to actually get the data somehow in last year, because Polkadot just came in last year, right? Not much of the data actually can capture and exchange. But you look at the performance, is fairly good, right? You can see that they're starting off like $2 and then they go up to like $46, which is about close to 20 times. Okay, 20 times over here. And the last all-time high is about $55, right? That's exactly more than 25 times. Okay, but if you look at the macro view itself, a weekly chart actually tells us that it has similar pattern to Bitcoin, and it has also a so-called a mirror image in terms of their patterns, the trading patterns. If you look at the MACD itself on the bearish zone, it's kind of like how many cycles that we're talking about. Let's count from here, right? Because this is where the crash happens. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, about 15, right? So it's like 14 weeks on the red zone of MACD that cross under the zero level, and it comes back up and then turn bullish, right? And before these actually turns a confirmations green MACD, this recovery of MACD already starting to pump the price up, right? And this is the confirmations of bull, is where actually it shoots and push the price into the next ATH all-time high. And that's exactly aligned with the RSI. You can see that, right? Now, look at how ugly these things, but you look at the mountain, the curve, the RSI pattern itself, it looks pretty much symmetrical. This is where the previous, the mountains that's been formed on these RSI indicators, and it was pretty much flat, and it goes up from here. But now we are talking about something similar. It's a long flat. Look at this cycle here. Just now we calculate it's about 17, right? But I just start counting from here. But here we are talking about something similar. How many weeks already? It's more than 20 weeks, right? And here they are closing up, and RSI start to flip up, going into ascending channels. And the best part here is we are talking about DMI. 3 points are actually getting close into intersect. Okay, and this probably will bring Polkadot to have a mega bullish momentum from here, because we already crossed MACD zero level, which is under zero level, and this is pretty much is closing up RSI at the bottom. If DMIs get to see that the D plus and the D minus and the ADX line, which is a red line, which is this orange line, is all stick together and intersect at one point, that will signify a golden cross, and that will be a mega bullish momentum for Polkadot. All right. So last but not least, I will cover. I think more or less just cover everything. So the last one will be the Doge coin, right? So Doge, again, my favorite is because of one of the key influencer, Elon Musk, right? Everybody's talking about. But you look at Doge, and just now I shoot the entire pictures of Polkadot. They have something in common as well, which is the MACD and the RSI. So you look at these things over here, and you look at how it performs over here. Is like Doge is still posted a gain, no doubt. We are talking about until today, it's about 13 cents, right? But if you're talking about the investment start from beginning, like last year or beginning of this year, from last year, okay? So it's actually, we are talking about it's sitting at close to sub 1 cent, all right? And the all-time high is crazy. We are talking about 400 over times, okay? And now, even though those actually buy or enter, ways back, like in 2021, the time, which is somewhere hovering around like less than 1 cent, now it's still 10 times. But this has a great potential now, ladies and gentlemen. Like I projected last round is somewhere around here, which is back in February or early March. It's unfortunately that the Doge actually doesn't bull at that time, but in fact it prolongs the bearish momentum until sub 11 cents, right? And now it started to actually see that a bullish momentum is created from here, right? So look, MACD, it's long way at the red zone, and it's definitely crossed zero line, okay? So this is actually a big time suffer for most of the Doge investors, from the past. Even those who actually buy in from here or buy in from 40 cents, 30 cents is actually a lost deal, right? Or even those enter at 20 cents, they already experience half of the losses. But for this time, at this juncture, there is a great possibility. Why? You look at these RSI, it has been consecutively 2 cycles that it's right below the 50. 1 time, 2 time, and it's still going to be deep, all right? Like I said, for my previous presentations about Doge, this is where I believe it's boiling point, and it's just happened to be, it goes deeper, which is down to 11 cents. And a lot of people actually accumulating even at 11 cents, because what they believe is the long bearish cycle it's about to end, and this MACD it's about to turn up into the ascending channel. And just happen to be this RSI, it's already at the bottom, starting to have a bullish momentum. All right, so what we will see here is on the daily chart. Let's look at daily chart. All right, daily chart trend line, it's already much at the bottom, showing like descending channels, and this is pretty much like flattened out already from this trend line, which is like a violet, purple line. When this turns into neutral, MACD it's just right underneath the 0 line, okay, and that's the potential for these guys to go up, right? But like I said, whether it will prolong further, it depends on the market sentiment. What we can see right now is, even if you say that you want to buy in, you think it's the right time to enter, that is 50-50. Why? Because RSI it's already at the top, running a little bit exhaust, right? So the exhaustions of RSI is already happened over here. So if you were to buy in, probably I'm talking about the previous low over here, 10 cents, all right? Why not just wait a little bit, like next week, probably end of this week until next week, because this RSI will determine whether these Dogecoin it's going to descend or not, because corrections always happen, right? So if this is going to descend, that means you're going to have an opportunity again to accumulate at the deeper price, okay? If it's not, it doesn't matter, because if you buy at 13 cents, the possibility of them to go up it's higher, all right? That means you're just not able to buy at the deep, because the deep you're talking about 10 cents to 20 cents, that is the delta of 3 cents, right? But when there is a surge happen to this Dogecoin, it will be tremendous, right? We're talking about 2 times, 3 times, or even 5 times. So even you miss this one, or you think doesn't matter whether I should wait or not, I could go for the accumulations 13 cents, which is still fairly good, because as you can see that this is just, I would say, 3 cents difference from the dip of the previous one, right? But like I said, from a macro view itself, Doge is pretty much at the bottom, and it's time to come out, right? So like I mentioned, even like 11-12 cents in my previous presentations, in my previous sessions, I talk about, hey, there's a possibility of like your accumulations going on 12 cents. So if those who enter at 11-12 cents, probably you gain an additional 1 cent. So some of them is deciding to hold, because it's pretty much RSI has been riding and hovering at the below 50 level. So it's expecting to see something that is going to shoot up and bring this RSI into the high level. That means this is MACD line, it's going to go into the ascending channels.